Namaste friends, welcome back to YogaCandi. My name's Candice and welcome back to our 14-day yoga flexibility challenge. Today is day 9 and we're going to be focusing on lower back stretches. So it's going to be a very gentle class and all you're going to need is a yoga strap, or you can improvise with something like a belt, a scarf, a towel, anything like that, just something nice and long. Okay, so we're going to begin in a beautiful child's pose. And just so you know, you don't really need a warm-up before today's class, so don't worry about having to do that 10-minute sun salutation unless, of course, you really want to. So we're going to begin in a wide-legged child's pose. So we're going to take our knees. Well, first of all, take your heels together. Take your knees as wide as the mat. And just sit back down towards the heels. Now don't worry, depending on your flexibility, your bum may not come all the way down to your heels. You may look a little bit more like this. And just extend your arms out in front of you and take your forehead down to the ground wherever you are. So this already is just releasing the lower spine. So wherever you are, just find some comfort within this pose. Allow the hips to sink lower and lower down towards the ground, big toes touching, knees wide apart. Let's close our eyes and start to tune in to our lovely deep inhales and exhales. If your mind starts to wander, then just bring your thoughts straight back to the breath and straight back to the sensations of the body. Take one more deep breath. And we're going to walk our hands very slowly over towards the left side of the mat, taking a nice side stretch here. So come back down to the forehead and let's take 3 deep breaths in this pose. And then slowly lift up and walk yourself over towards the right side of the mat, taking a stretch through the left side of the body. Release down to the ground and take 3 deep breaths. Now slowly walk yourself back to the center, lift yourself up, and we're going to come into a tabletop. Slowly make your way there, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. We're going to take some cat-cows, so on an inhale we're dropping the belly and we're looking up. Exhaling, arching the spine, pushing the shoulder blades apart. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch the belly. Inhale, dropping the belly to the ground, looking up. Exhaling, arching the spine. Take 3 more. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch.
One more. Inhale, drop the belly.
Exhale, arch for cat pose. And come back to a neutral spine. From here, walk your hands a little forward, and we're going to start to roll the hips in one direction, sending your tailbone all the way back towards the heels, and then allowing the hips to roll forward all the way down towards the ground. So we're just taking some slow little movements here, finding what feels good within the body. Take one more little roll in this direction, and then we're going to go in the opposite direction. So start to take the circles in the opposite direction, taking your time, listening to the body. Take one more roll here. Send your tailbone down to the heels, extend through the arms, and then roll forward and very slowly make your way down to your belly. We're going to come onto our forearms, planting the hands nice and firmly onto the mat. Pulling the shoulder blades towards each other, draw your legs together so you're keeping your legs nice and engaged, sucking in the lower belly. Your elbows are underneath your shoulder blades. Look straight ahead and keep everything engaged, even engage your glutes. So this is a gentle back bend. A lovely Sphinx pose. Close the eyes and take 3 deep breaths here. Now exhale, come on back towards your tabletop. Walk yourself all the way back to your heels, and we're going to extend the legs out in front of us. Keep the knees bent with the heels about hip distance apart. We're going to very slowly roll our spines all the way down to the mat. From here, hold on to your knees, so bend your knees towards your chest. And we're going to start to rock. So just rock along the spine. Make sure you've got a nice soft surface to be rocking on. Lifting the legs up above the head, rolling forward into a seat, and rolling all the way back, extending the legs behind you. You can always watch me for one rock if you're not sure what you're doing. You can take your hands behind the legs and just rock. Or you can take tiny little baby rocks with the knees and hardly even move. Whichever feels better. We're going to take 3 more. On your last one, maybe you can rock all the way back into a plow pose. If not, then just allow your knees to hang above your head. Take your hands to the shins, or to the thighs, and just let them hang. You can watch me just for a moment. And to get into plow pose, just watch me because I'd rather you didn't move your neck. So you're going to lift your legs up into the sky using the power of your arms and your core. And if you can bring those toes all the way down to the mat behind the head. Lifting up through the knees. Trying to keep the spine nice and long, tailbone towards the sky. All the weight should be in your shoulders, nothing in your neck, and there should be no pain. If there's any pain, you need to ease out of it. Wherever you are, take a couple of deep breaths. And if you're in plow, just very, very slowly, Release the spine all the way back down towards the mat. Taking your feet hip distance apart, bring your heels close towards your bum so that you can even touch them with your fingertips. And we're going to inhale up into bridge pose. So on an inhale, lifting the hips up to the sky. You can interlace your fingers behind your spine, pushing the chest towards the sky as well as the hips. Allow your knees to keep towards each other so your knees are always hip distance apart. Take one more deep breath here. And on a very slow exhale, start to lower your spine vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down to the mat. From here, hug your knees towards your armpits. Try to keep your tailbone down towards the ground. Just become still, hugging the knees in towards the armpits. Now you're welcome to stay here, or you can meet me in a happy baby. So we're going to lift the heels up towards the sky. This is where your strap may come in handy. You can do one leg at a time. You can take your strap towards the base of the foot, keeping the foot engaged and pulling on that foot, bringing that knee close towards the armpit. Just doing one leg at a time. If you can either grab onto the shins with the arms on the insides of the legs and pull them down towards the armpits, both legs at the same time, or you can grab the outer part of the the outer part of the foot, your elbows on the insides of the legs, allow the legs to be open, pulling those knees towards the armpits. Try to keep your lower spine flat against the ground, including your tailbone. Don't allow your tailbone to lift too high up. Wherever you are, draw your shoulder blades down to the ground. Let's close our eyes and let's enjoy 3 deep breaths. Those of you that are just doing one side, swap over to the other side now, and we're going to enjoy 3 deep breaths on that side. Now very slowly release your feet back down to the ground. Keep the knees bent, facing up towards the ceiling. We're going to take some lovely spinal twists. So open your arms out into a T, and you're welcome to just very gently, you're going to send your tailbone a little bit towards the right side of the mat, and you're just going to allow both your legs to fall over towards the left and look over towards your right fingertips. However, if you would like to go deeper into a twist, you can lift the right leg into the sky, wrap it over the left leg, and just once or twice, and then do the same. You can allow your hips to go over towards the right side of the mat with the knees falling over towards the left for a nice deep twist. And look over towards your right fingertips and then close your eyes, and we're going to stay in this twist for some lovely deep breaths. So close the eyes, allow any thoughts to pass, and just enjoy this moment.
Take 2 more deep breaths here. On your next inhale, start to slowly lift the knees up into the air. If you're in a bind, then release the bind of the legs. Take a moment and then take the twist of your choice, with either just allowing the legs to fall over to the side, or you can wrap the left leg once or twice over the right. Send the hips over towards the left side of the mat, and then allow the legs to roll over towards the right side for a lovely deep twist. Send your gaze over towards the left. Just enjoy this for a moment. From here, enjoy 2 more deep breaths. And then inhaling the knees back up. Now extend your legs out long in front of you, so that your legs and your feet are just flopping open. Your hands a few inches away from the body. Tuck the arms, the shoulder blades underneath the spine. We're in our Shavasana pose, and you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. I'm just going to be here with you for 10 breaths, 10 completely natural breaths. You're welcome to click through a longer guided meditation or Shavasana. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Namaste.